it's a daily damn practice, because it's really hard for us individuals as like, at this century, we are so like so many things to be distracted with, unless something happens, unless things repeatedly happens where you're like, damn, that's this is not life, this is life, but at the same time there are things like this that we need to face.
I'm losing time again, trying to figure out who I am. Here's the road, let's see how we'll take this way.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Abdul and you are here with the boys. We have Jason Hulangamo, Shavi Bandaranaika, and a very, very special guest with us. I cannot believe this man agreed to join us. Jason, I'm going to introduce him right now. It's Jason. What do you have to say?
Alright, so we're going back to today marks, I think, the biggest guest episode yet. Today's guest has over 26k followers on Instagram. He has over 9k subscribers on YouTube. He's one of the biggest strength and conditioning coaches in Sri Lanka, a former ICN Indian physics novice, and he's moving mountains in the fitness industry in Sri Lanka. And without further ado, let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend, probably still on his gym pump, Yohan Seth.
Yo. Man, that was a mad introduction,
Welcome,
boys.
bro.
Thank you.
Bad introduction for a guy who deserves it, no? I think Abdul.
Yo,
Welcome, bro.
Jason, you're a pro, bro. My goodness.
But all this happens in the shower, man. Like, while I have a shower, I think of I'm going to introduce the guest.
Dude,
Jason has to have a shower.
Yeah, I crack so many things when I shower too, man. Like, but I'm really like, thank you for having me. And like, it's been like I have been postponing this a couple of times. Sorry, Abdul. I'm sorry, I'm finally here.
Bro,
thank you for having me, you
entirely
guys.
fine, dude.
You guys are chill, and I'm looking forward for it, man. I'm looking forward for it.
No, we're
Bro,
super excited.
Ever since the day you said yes to agree to join us, I think it was like a month and a half ago, maybe. Bro, I was mad excited. I kept telling these guys about it, like it was entirely fine that you had to, I know you have your own shit, you're putting up weekly vlogs and you're a coach and all of that, but we really appreciate you joining us.
Hey, man, no worries.
Yeah, like
No, because the process was crazy, right? Because we had got done filming like a guest episode, and then Abdul was like, we're thinking of who the next guests are going to be, like who we're going to bring up. And then Abdul was like, I don't know, he's like, Yohan Seth. And we're like, there's no way he's going to like come on the podcast. Like, dude has like 26k followers, and we're like smaller than that. Like, and then this guy like messages you, and then you like say yes, and then we're like, wait,
yeah, we're pretty mind blown.
it's actually happening. Yeah,
It was
Man,
pretty,
crazy.
you guys are, my gosh, like hyping me up so much. Are you mad, bro?
no. Come on.
No, it's real, bro. That's true.
It's
Good,
pretty
man. I
crazy.
mean, I'm here to like, come on, man. Here to inspire and just do my thing. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy transforming people, and just it's not the obviously most people, like, I mean, everyone works with me to get that appearance, that look, that goal they want to achieve. But along with it, you make a great connection with that individual. You really get to know a person when you're working closely, for 3 to 4 months or more, and like, when they share their progress, not just the appearance, the mental transformation, like how they feel, like how they perform in their studies or in their work environment and all of that, man. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
I think before we get into all that, I think all of us, we need to congratulate you on your recent engagement. I think that's a huge step in anyone's life. So congratulations to that.
Congrats, bro. Congrats.
And
Thanks,
we all
man.
watched the video, and it was. I think people have probably already told you this, but like the video is so fucking wholesome, and like
It was beautiful.
it was pretty funny. Like
Beautiful to watch.
it's raw, like with emotion. Like we could tell how nervous you were. Obviously,
Yeah.
because it's like a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Right?
To be honest, I got a bit too drunk, man, that day.
Yeah, we knew.
Wasn't gonna say it, but
Like, I was a bit embarrassed, but it's cringy for me to watch it. But like, it just had tapaling you get hit like afterward. I was like, wait, what? That's exactly what happened to me.
No, but I think that gives it a bit of charm, like how uncensored it is and how uncut it is. Like it's just pure emotion, right? So I think
Yeah.
it gives it a lot of charm that way.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
So we want to talk about, like, you know, it's a big step, right? So like, what was your thought process, you know, going into it, and like how okay, cliche question, but how did you know she was the one, like, you know, and
And it was
walk
time.
us through that entire process of what you thought and all that.
Oh, bro. So for me, it was quite easy, you know. I mean, I'm sure there are individuals, you know, they get into this unsure, or like they're not sure. They're with, you know, two hearts. But for me, bro, like, it was, you know, it was coming down the line, you know, after I passed like about, to be precise, about 15 months into the relationship, I knew this is it. And so we have been together for, I think, almost 4 years. And yeah, so it was gonna happen. And like, I actually planned it to do it in a different way. So she loves greenery, and she wanted me to make it very private, not like those, you know, those public ones where you get you put a little, those, what do you call, those crew, like dancing, you call a dancing mob, you know. Things you see on. She was like, if you ever do this. I was like, no, chill. So, but you know, with Corona and all, with the situation in the country, I couldn't do it. And like, you know, like our close friends, and you know, we were planning on this, like this little trip. And then I thought, you know what, I'll do it there, because you know, the friends are like also like, you know, close people, and like, like I just want to do it. Got the ring sorted out, bro. About like, I had the ring on me for like 2 3 months. I had to hide it.
That must
Yeah, bro. I kept it, and I just wanted it to be like in her finger. And so it was, yeah, man. I was actually excited to do it. Obviously nervous on the day, because I had like this arrangement, like a flower arrangement, Machan. 500 flowers. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty huge. You know.
Yeah. So,
it looked heavy, bro.
Yeah, it was quite heavy. So you know those little you know, special things you need to, you know. So yeah, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I was nervous, and yeah. So it was an easy thing for me to do, apart from being nervous on that particular day,
which is completely normal, obviously. Like
yeah, and then got a bit too drunk for that passe, but yeah.
But like you said in the
adds
video,
to the...
you got engaged, so I mean, you're allowed to.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think it adds to the tension also when you are videoing the entire scene, and you're gonna put up a video about it. So you're gonna plan the video as well, and the video will anyway hit really well. So I think that's an added tension to it also, you know, and the stress and stuff. I think at the end of the video, you were like, you know, you were pretending like the video was stressing you out so much.
Yeah. But you know, I've done so many videos. Like I've been wanting to do vlogs for a while, right? I started actually 2019 December with my competition, and after that I wanted to make it a thing, at least twice a week, like post something once in 2 weeks. But it never happened, and I got myself a camera. It didn't happen. I had to like get used to the camera, the functions, aperture, frame rate. It was all like new to me, bro. So slowly got to know these things, and this whole, like, I actually wanted the proposal to be online. Like, I wanted it out. You know, it was special to me. I know that there are people, they want to keep it private and like, you know, it's just between you and I. But for me, recording it and, you know, maybe like 10 years later watching it, it'll, you know, it sounds nice to me.
It's a memory.
Yeah, it's a memory. I mean, obviously not everything is there. All the, you know, like it's an entertaining video after all. And yeah, and then from that, everything took off. You know, I had to do it and I just did it. I put the effort and I did it and it just took off. And from that point onwards, I started doing things weekly. Yeah.
But bro, going back into fitness.
Yeah.
When did you first start working out and like start hitting the gym, and like were you an athlete growing up, or how did it start for you? You know, was it always in you to be careful with your physique and your fitness, or how did it all start for you?
Yeah, bro. I've been what do you call active kid from day one, bro.
Yeah.
Like from the day, from like from my early days, from my childhood, I would play by myself, play with neighborhood, neighborhood friends, and then I started like my early like sport experience is when I ran a 70-meter sprint when I was in grade 3, and I won it.
Gotcha,
Won
okay.
first place. But I believe the reason I won my first attempt, my first sports meet for a kid, attending to his first sport meet is quite special, right? When I think about it, it's like it's the newest thing, and when I won it, I was on that, the first podium,
Oh yeah.
standing tall, and I was quite thrilled, man. I was like, damn, I want to keep doing this. But the special thing was my father was in the Air Force, and he would always go for a walk every afternoon. I would tag along, and he ends up in a little gym, right? And I also went in just watching what my father's doing, and I just start training. Old school gym, bro. I'm talking this back in 2003, 4. And then I thought, and then so before the heats or the finals, the day before, I would go on this walk, and I would do those seated horizontal leg presses, thinking, what, if I do these leg presses, like I'll be able to, like, my legs would work faster, and I'll be able to, like, win the race. That's the first time, like, that's like actually, like, when I go back, that's the first memory that I have of me training in a gym. And then I've placed first in all the athlete sport, like so I did 100, 200, and javelin. In all three, I've always placed first. But there was a year or two where I placed second or third, and then my friends wanted me to join rugby when I was in 8th grade, and rugby, like joining rugby, I had to start training in the gym.
Yeah.
And then I was quite fascinated. I actually started loving training in the gym, the intensity than the game of rugby, in a way, and yeah, so I've been training properly since 2011, and this is my 10th year. Yeah, man, like I've come across many injuries, like serious injuries, but I never stopped. I just kept training.
That's
It's a
really
love for fitness, and
obviously with 10 years, like it's hard to keep up that motivation, and I think we're not gonna like ask you give us tips on what to do, because usually people would say be consistent. So my question would be, how did you keep up your consistency? How did you keep your motivation up? Because like 10 years staying motivated, I think that's pretty tough. So
it's a challenge. Yeah.
So for me, to be honest, the starting first 2 years, we had to. So when you're playing for a younger team, under 12, 14, under 12 and 14, you're not allowed to train in the gym. Okay, you do your endurance work. You actually focus only on your endurance work and conditioning stuff in the ground, right? And when you start playing for under 16, we are allowed to train. And especially when you start representing the first 15 squad, the senior squad, you have to train, right? So the first 2 years, when like under 16, not the first 2 years, I'm sorry. When I started under 16, the first year when we had to train in the gym, we had to put extra effort, where we have to, like school finishes at 1:30, 2 o'clock gym, 2 to 3 gym, and then 3:30 until about 5:36, you are in the grounds. So there's like 1 hour gym. I hated it. And like me and my boys, like the clique that I had when I was schooling, we were like, damn, like, I don't want to train today. But you can't, right? But Mazan, about 4 or 5 months into it, like my friends, my colleagues, they were like, Ade, Mazan, you're putting on size. Look at you, like arms are getting big and all. I was like, damn. I mean, this feels nice. And then I remember my then coach, he was like, my friends call me Yoka. He was like, Yoka, do you want to get a protein? There's this Nitrotech. It wasn't even the big Nitrotech. It was like a medium, like a 5 lbs, I think. or 3
Yeah.
MBs. And then it was 5,000 rupees. I don't have cash. So I called Tate. I was like, Tate, there's this supplement. Can I get it? And then he's like, okay, get it and come with. I'll pay you. I'll give you the cash here. And yeah, man. So the initial 4 to 6 months, I think, as I remember, it was quite, I did it for the sake of it because I was dragged into it, and then after, like, when I saw this, I was like, damn. When people started, appreciating me, I was like, okay, all right, I like that, and that's how I started, Mazang. And from that point onwards, bro, I didn't stop, bro. I never stopped.
Clearly not. We can all tell.
Yeah, and let me add a little thing to that. So, this is that, the starting period. Like, let's say now I was a very skinny kid. Let's say you're a very like you're quite heavy sided on the scale. You're obviously lazy. Like your body is not, the more fat you hold, the more fat your skeletal system holds, the more, you're not feeling it. Your cognition function is also not that great. You just want to chill. You just want to play, games, and But if you have that push, if you have like a good, like a circle, if your friends are like, like training, or like if you're being pushed, that first 3-4 months, when you get through that little, the beginner, not the plateau, the beginner hesitance, like when you start seeing results, you're like, oh damn. So that's why, like, when I train my clients, like after the first, I'm like, I want you to send me videos, go crazy, and like, send me videos and keep me posted the first 2 weeks. And if you're feeling demotivated, if you have an off day, let me know. And then that's when I'm like, I speak to them, man, like, get it done, da, da, da. So as a coach, I do that. So after the first 2-3 weeks, they're like, damn, like, and they're on a roll, Masan. So the first couple of months, few weeks in the sense, like when you're working with a coach, it's easier because all you need to focus is on your training and your nutrition, and whatever the coach asks you to do, you do it, and the coach takes care of the rest. So that is that's one thing you need a coach, right? That's why all these individuals with, these global individuals with a couple of million followers, everyone has a coach, bro. So either you have a coach, or you be around an environment where your parents push you, or your siblings or your friends push you, come, let's train. So if you get out of that, when you start seeing results, you will get into that,
Then you become your own motivation sort of thing, no?
Yeah, bro. Simple as that.
What was the...
I think we also have one of those friends in our clique as well, because Abdul, he started this whole 30-day push-up challenge thing. Like,
see, he's an
it's
initiator.
like a progressive thing where, like every day we work towards getting 100 push-ups a day, and we had this like whole group and shit. So everyone like post videos of them doing their push-ups.
Top notch, man.
So yeah, I mean,
it's funny how like a friend just messaged me like about a few weeks ago, and he said, you and I, let's do 30 push-ups 100 push-ups for 30 days straight, and you have to do it every single day. So then I said, I have a few other friends who are into fitness who might join as well. So I just messaged them, you guys want in? If you do it, you gotta send a snap on Snapchat of doing at least 10 or 20.
Yeah.
And then I just like took that same message and I sent it to like a bunch of people.
Nice.
Like all of my friends, my really close friends. And then I said, Shavi is like, let's make a group of it. It makes more sense instead of sending it to everyone individually. And then we made the group, and I swear, like a lot of people I didn't expect to do it are doing it consistently, and it's nice to see all of that.
Yeah, it's going pretty well actually. Like, and it feels good. Like you said, like I'm not like seeing like long-term results, but like you still get the pump, right? Especially me who doesn't really work out. Suddenly when I started doing push-ups, obviously it was hard at first, but like people like Abdul were like constantly sending push-ups, and like Abdul started adding like other shit, like his like normal gym routine as well. So you kind of feel pushed as well, right? So it makes sense what you say, like be in that environment where you feel like you want to do it because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, man. Like that's why all these, there are groups on Facebook, on like Insta. I mean, even on Insta, but WhatsApp. Back in the day, I did a couple of 5 a.m. club, where like whoever wants to join, like waking up at 5 a.m. you join the group, and then I'll wake up at 4:45, 5, and I'll take a pitch, and I'll take a pitch and show. So everyone started taking pictures and, hey, I'm also up. Hey, I'm also up. And I started making like, okay, 3:30. I'll wake up at that time and I'll post the pitch. And they're like, damn, you're waking up way too early. And then everyone started, slowly, one by one. They're like, okay, I'm also up at 3. Like I started doing this. I started, going for a little stroll, breathing in and out. Yeah, man. So like having a group, like people, like you can challenge, you can keep everyone accountable and motivated. That's Abdul, good job, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you, bro. But my other question is now, how did you decide that you want to turn like fitness into sort of like a career? Like when did you know that you can actually do something fitness rather than just thinking about it for yourself and then pushing it to other people and maybe turning into a career and something you love to see other people prosper as well and shit like how did it start for you?
Yeah. Okay. So this for me, it was quite forceful through an accident, right? So before
Okay.
this was 2017. Yeah. It's either 2017 or 2019. So my partner, she was a coach, and at this time she was doing one-on-one training as well, and she was online coach, a one-on-one personal trainer. And I was working for Heineken Lanka Limited. I actually handled their account, right? So basically, Heineken, Tiger, these brands, the brands that is going against the market share of Lion Beer. So it was a fun environment, right? And I got a really like a basic salary. Like I'll tell you guys. So I got about 45,000, right? But it was all fun. Like I got events, I need to handle things and all of that. But I hated the apart from these fun like little moments, I hated the whole process. Where I have to go meet a person, get this person involved in that project, and like big organizing and all of that. It was a bit hectic, but either way, as working for a brand Heineken, I enjoyed it. But overall, waking up at early and like making it a 8 to 9 8 to 5 job was a bit hectic. And my partner was like, what, stop doing this, you're training. Oh, and let me add a little thing to that. So like at least 4 times per week, everyone would be drinking soon after work, and I would train and I would not drink and train and come and have a little drink. Otherwise, the boys would be like, "What are you doing? You're not drinking. You're training only." And then I didn't like this lifestyle. About 1.5 years into it, and I told my partner, I was like, "Babe, I can't do this. Like, I need to get out of it." And she's like, "Yeah, get out of it and start training people, because that's your passion. You love what you do. I mean, you love training, and you would not drink and you would train and like try to balance off the people you're working with. You don't have to do that. You can be your own boss and all." And then I said, okay, I'll attend to it. But at the same time, I had that, like I was nervous to leave a job which is paying me already and
It's more secure,
blindly,
right?
yeah, bro. So that's a big thing. All these individuals, like everyone who's involved in a 9 to 5 job, just to leave and start working on their passion and making it a to make money out of it, to make your bread and butter out of it. So I was sort of pondering on this, and just about a month later, I got into an accident, bro, and I busted I fractured my left radial head. So that's basically, there are 2 bones joining the main bone in your elbow, and the radial head is the bone which helps you supinate and pronate. Yeah, I fractured it it was a degree, about a 4-degree fracture where the bone was like quarterly, separated.
Okay.
Dude, I got worried, and I had to wear this cast for 6 weeks. That's 1.5 months, and I took this as an excuse. I said, I can't do this. I need to really focus on my my elbow. Otherwise, if I give my resignation, I need to give them like a 3-month
Notice.
a prior notification.
Notice,
Yeah, prior notice. But I took this as an excuse. I said, what, guys, I can't do this. Like, I need to really focus on this. I really hope you guys understand my situation. I'm wearing a cast and really having, like it has affect my mental health also. And then I took that as an excuse. I got off. As I got off, I was called by the St. Thomas's under 19 to be the under 19 rowing strength and conditioning coach. Got the same amount, 45,000. And then, yeah, man, along with it, I did my one-on-one training and my own online coaching. Online coaching wasn't that great at the start. I had like 2 to 3 clients. But I did a lot of one-on-one training. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, I lost the question also.
That's you're passionate.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. That's all right. No, my question was, when did you decide you want to turn that into a career? And you basically answered it. For the most part.
So that. Yeah, so I got into an accident and I was like, you know what, see you, bye boys. I need to do my own thing. I need to focus on this. And then, yeah, man, that's how everything started.
Surf out, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. And guys, let me know if I'm dragging my.
No, don't worry. Like if we feel so weird.
Bro, don't worry, dude.
Like straight up.
There's no issue at all. Also, now I know that you're on your cutting phase. I think it should be week 5 or 6.
No, third ongoing.
Third ongoing. Okay, yeah. How's that going for you, bro? How's
Good,
that
bro,
feel?
good.
It's a 16-week cut, right?
Yeah. I'm this time I'm documenting everything. I'm actually, this is the first time I'm actually telling anyone about this. So people would know. No, so I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep it a surprise. Yeah. So either way, I'm documenting it. So far so good. I've been consistent. It's been amazing. Yeah, I love the process. Either way, I love, when I know I'm on a cut, I'm very focused. Yeah.
Do you have any main tips for people trying to lose weight in general?
In general,
you're on a cutting phase right now.
Okay, so everyone needs to understand that nutrition is the king. Like, nutrition plays the most important factor. Like, if someone asks me what should I do, focus on a nutrition, right? I would say, if someone asks me to give it out through numbers, I'll say 70% of your progress comes through your nutrition, right? 20%, 30% would comes with your resistance training or whatever the activity you love to do. It could be cycling, jogging, going for a swim, going for a walk, or going for a jog, whatever. So just be on a caloric deficit. Or even, let's not go into science, just look out for eating whole food, nutritionally dense food, and prioritize your protein, because majority of Sri Lankans, and I'm sure even people overseas, they love their carbs, they love their love their fats. Yeah, Masang, Sri Lankans, my father personally, back in the day, or anyone, my uncle, they would serve a lot of rice and just whack it, bro. You have some bowl, or you have a little pudi chicken, Kerala, or some whatever, but they love their rice. Yeah. So when you obviously eat more than your requirement, then that's when you put on size, right? That's when you put on accumulating fat in the process. So as long as you just focus on, so what I'm trying to say is that prioritize your protein. Have a lot of good meat. Like if you usually have 1 piece of meat, have 3 pieces, right? And reduce the quantity of rice by maybe 30%. So you'll be having 70% of the usual. And just prioritize the protein. If you dive into science and basically this calories, caloric deficit and all of that, then obviously you can research or you can work with a coach or whatever, and just eat under your means. And start being active. Like I said, jog, swimming, resistance training at home, whatever. It could be even steps. If you do about 8,000 steps approximately throughout the week, you're burning some nice calories, So yeah, that's a basic way of controlling or losing your overall body fat.
Again, I guess the main point is consistency, making sure you actually do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, consistency is actually everything. Only another thing adding to that is that us humans, No, obviously, like since I'm in this path, it's easy for me to say and do it because I've done it and I've been training for a few years. But for a newbie, like when you start, doing it, it's really hard to have that motivation. Um, so like just take one day at a time, right? Start like have a little book and start like journaling or like have a morning routine. When you have a morning routine, when the routine is the same thing you're doing, like it's easier for you to focus on your physique, your health, and your fitness. So morning routine is key, and yeah.
Yeah, you going back into YouTube and stuff like as we were talking about before, you recently started uploading like your weekly episodes
Yeah.
and stuff. So like, do you have like a goal or like a long-term goal you want to be at maybe in the future? Or like, what's your plan? What's your plan with YouTube, basically?
Just YouTube plan just on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, social media, like
Okay.
anything. Because I think we have seen you recently promoted, especially that whole vlogging signaler you did. I think that also was pretty cool. Like, do you have any plans for YouTube, basically?
To be honest, no. I I actually don't have a plan for YouTube. It's just that I want to post something people could gain out of every weekend. I'm not planning, or I don't have. Obviously, inevitably, like I might start making money through YouTube, but that is not my focus whatsoever. I just want something out because the audience you can touch base via YouTube is different, and YouTube as a social media platform is the most unique platform because people on YouTube, they document. It's not like a 60-minute video which you post on IG or a IGTV video. YouTube is known for documenting and like basically filming yourself and just basically giving people a show for free, and then I just want to focus on that to
And if it gets
give out
big,
something.
Yeah,
Pardon?
if it gets big, you just go with it, sort of thing. I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely, and by far, like, and the most like it's fun to see because unlike Insta or Facebook or even TikTok, for me YouTube, it just keeps growing. Like I refresh my subscribers, it's just either like 5, 10. I think because the more likes you get, the more views you get, it gets monetized and it just gets shared.
Yeah, it gets
So
recommended.
It's being shared, it gets recommended, and it keeps happening throughout the week. And like when someone watches one of my videos, the chances of them if it's good, the chances of them watching the next video is high, and then they keep watching, and then you have like a good number of views every single day, like on like most videos.
Exactly, like the engagement is more consistent, I guess, no, rather
Exactly.
than like Instagram, for example. Like Instagram is very unlikely someone would scroll all the way to the bottom to see like your whole post, but then on YouTube, I know
Or like a
it's
video
not
or
with us, like
And it recommends also, no? Yeah.
exactly. But also like
And I was also telling the guys before, because you get a lot of good Sri Lankan content creators, but that type of content creator that does the Western style kind of vlogs, I think you're like one of the very few that does it in Sri Lanka, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I really think you're one of the biggest up and coming YouTubers, fitness YouTubers in Sri Lanka. Like I really believe
man,
that. Bro.
that's
Like,
nice to hear.
I told these guys, like what you see on Instagram and the numbers there, it doesn't match the sort of content that you put up. So even on YouTube also, I really believe that you will be heading, somewhere really high when it comes to
Thanks,
YouTube
man.
and Instagram as well.
Thanks for the positive vibe and the love, bro. Like I really appreciate it,
No worries, bro.
And man.
like for me, I think more than like, because I'm not like a huge fitness person, right? But like what sells it for me was the whole personality and shit. Like it was like I said, right, raw emotion, like open about all that shit. It wasn't just like fuck yeah muscles and like work hard shit, like that's what
But Shavi, you have nice taste on like on your shirt, bro. Like
Thanks.
Look at that collar, bro. Damn, son.
Dude, yeah.
I try, man. I try. Thank you. That's
I like your style as a whole, you know, with the beanie, the hair, I
It's
like the
clean, bro, it's
glasses.
clean.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're making me blush, but thanks.
So just a little thing, guys. Like, so YouTube, I got inspired by. So I have, to be precise, I have 3 individuals that I watch. Like their vlogs on a daily. If one of them posted, I'll be like, fuck, I need to watch this. You know, and
Bro,
I'll
can I
eat
make a
and I'll be
guess on
watching.
who that would be?
Yeah,
Who those 3? I think one's definitely Steve Cook.
that's a third person. Yeah.
That's the third person. Okay, there's because I watched 3 like YouTubers on the daily whenever they upload fitness video. It's Steve Cook, Matt does fitness, and there's another one, Jesse James West. He's a new guy in the scene, you know, like a year back. But those are the 3 people I watch. I was guessing it might be at least 2 out of 3.
So Matt does fitness. I recently came across him. He's actually the 4th guy, I think. Dude, that bugger made about 400,000 USD last year throughout the
His
whole
last
year.
video, yeah.
Dude, that's
I saw
mad,
that.
bro. That's mad.
That's wild, dude. That's crazy.
But yeah, the other 2 are Max Tuning and Christian Guzman. So
Okay.
I try to, you know, sort of get that vibe into
Replicate.
my vlogs, even though
Yeah.
I'm nowhere close to their quality.
that comes with time, though. I guess no, like
Yeah.
Keep doing it, then you'll get the.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, my next question is generally considered a sensitive topic in the fitness industry, but
Pardon me?
about the use of. It's a sensitive topic in the fitness game,
Yeah.
but it's about the use of steroids. And I know it's
Yeah.
not like a black and white thing. You know, there's a lot of like gray in between. It's not just
Yeah.
either you take it or you don't take it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have, you know, your own personal opinion about it. So I just want to
Yeah.
know what you think about it as a whole.
Okay. So, I'll start by mentioning myself first. So I just want to let this out, right? Like, because I don't always talk about this. People think I'm on steroids. I'm not on steroids. Okay, that's what it out there. I hear so many people like they would speak to me, and then the next thing I know, like they have spoken to someone of me saying that, you know, he's on this thing and all that. So anyway, I don't have anything against people who are on PED. It's just that when people speak to me and ask me, especially the young generation, the early 20 peeps, or like late like 19, 18, or like people from the mass crowd, they're not aware of it. It's just that typical in Sri Lanka, the typical trainers, I'm not saying everyone, but you know, there are trainers, they would just be like, you know what, you get this, you pay me, and you put on size in a week. And then, you know, our guys would be like, damn, like if I can put on size and if I can look like this dude in social media, if I can, you know, have a body similar to him, I'll jump on it. But it's that don't do it if you don't know about it. It's a different ball game. It's a different lifestyle, bro. Like if you want to jump on it, do your research, understand about everything you're about to like attempt to have in your body, in your system. And it's not like you inject and you put on size. There's like to like keep your things clean, your liver clean and all of that. You need to do post cycle therapy. But our boys, they don't know things, right? I've trained like at least half a dozen individuals who have gone through it the similar way that I just mentioned. Like, you know, you do it and then they're like, I'll train mama gatta. You know, so as long as you know your journey and you make this your lifestyle, if you want to compete in like a IFBB competition where all the athletes are not natural and you don't being tested, then do it, man. But at least train for at least 5 good years naturally. Otherwise, it's pointless, man. You're missing out on a lot of natural gains. You know, being able to doing it naturally with food, with proper training, with working with volume and intensity and the load you're lifting. So nothing against peeps who are on it. It's just that if you're on it, like newbies who wants to jump on it, know what you're about to get into,
Get
and
into it.
do whatever you like, man. It's your life.
I guess you'd also lose out on some mental strength build up, right? Because you're not
Bro, I
taking
think
shortcut.
I don't know whether this has been backed up by science, but I'm sure your DNA sort of gets not replaced, like sort of
Altered.
have effect, because
I mean,
you
Possible, right? Like
You're-
we don't know the full
Yeah,
story.
exactly. So yeah, nothing against peeps, but just know what you're about to do, because being a third world country, and we have gyms everywhere, and just know what you're about to do, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair answer, I guess. Like if you're getting into shit, you
Do
might
you-
as well do your research on it, right? Before.
Yeah. To be honest, now, for example, HGH, human growth hormone, it's actually like I'm planning on doing it when I'm past my 28s, right? Or like maybe into my 30s, because your markers, your testosterone sort of, and then overall markers are slowly they're gonna drop down. So people like Joe Rogan talks about these things, and if you really consult a doctor and start understanding how to microdose and keep your test levels and like your hormone levels, you know, uh, functioning just like your 20s, like early 20s. I mean, that's amazing, because your age is, you're growing older, but your functions are normal, and not normal, rather, like in your 20s your libido is good, your performance, cognition functions, overall productivity, everything's amazing. So if you can use it that way, then that's amazing. That's microdosing, but you can take it to the next level also by focusing on putting on size and just looking big and huge.
Basically, you got to do your research before you get into this, is what you're saying. And,
Yeah, research to the point where you when you ask yourself, do I know everything about this, you should be like, fuck yeah, I know 100 out of 100, man. Like I'm about to do this and I know everything about it. Or if you're not certain to that extent, you see a doctor, a genuine reliable doctor. Yeah.
So
I think we have one final question. The question is, what are your other passions that people don't know about? Like the general people outside your friends and your close circle and your family. What other things that other passions that you have that people don't know?
My my fiance is right next to me. She's like, I'm watching you guys.
I
Hi.
So my other passions. So to be honest, I used to love gaming. I have a PS4. I have a lot of games, but it's been a while since I stopped. Like it's been a while since I actually stopped playing a lot, because I really started throwing myself like at reading, and like just general reading. Because growing up, I've never been a person who reads books, and I believe I missed out on a lot by not doing so. And growing up, I've been brought up by a single father. My mother wasn't there when I was growing up, and I think those were the little things my father or my the parenting couldn't like approach to me as a kid. Because as a kid you don't know what to do. You're like going to school, you're like a zombie, you're coming back, you're doing your homework. I'm playing rugby, I'm training, but like if you have a little push from your parents, you're like, I'll read a book, you're going to read this Buddha, you have to read this because this is what you gain out of reading. So I never had that. So I'm doing that. And overall, I'm not a gamer anymore. Now I'm actually into like reading and just deepening my spirituality.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man, dude. Spirituality is another thing that my partner is obsessed about it. When you think about death also, it's quite crazy. Yeah,
It is,
because
right?
when everything is fun, we are all involved with studies or with our these worldly things. But when everything's smooth, you forget about death and forget about aging, all of this. But when something happens in your life or in your community or like to a close person, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die one day. And like, what is gonna happen when you die? Like, are you going to go to heaven, or am I going to come back to the earth? Like all these questions, because Christianity talks about going straight to heaven. Buddhism talks about, ending your karma, or you coming back into your, you repeating the circle and the cycle rather, not circle. But yeah, man. So I'm actually like, I'm deepening my spiritual connection and thinking and always going into myself. Like if someone triggers me, it's not his fault. It's my own thing. It's always about you.
But don't you think there's a balance there? Like obviously, like you could have like a really good mentality and someone might still fuck you up. So like I feel like there's a balance there, right?
Actually, no, bro. It's always you.
How is it always you?
Tell me the last time you got triggered or you got annoyed or
okay, last time I got triggered was my fault for sure. Like I was gaming with a friend.
my partner, she's like, I want to watch this conversation.
Go ahead. She's getting an exclusive preview.
Yeah, an exclusive preview.
But okay, yeah. Last time I got triggered was my fault. Like I got mad at a friend while we were gaming. That like obviously that's not me, but
dude, I thought you were gonna throw some serious thing at me, bro.
No, but
so,
I do
so tell me,
like
you were
sorry.
No, so you were gaming and what happened?
Oh well, so okay, that's a long story.
Okay, I need something serious, bro. No, I need something serious.
This is straight up the okay.
Okay. No. Actually, let's go into this gaming situation. What happened?
So he makes a wrong call, right? Like I'm telling him to do something. Usually when I'm playing, I like to call the shots. So okay, go this way. But for some reason he doesn't listen to me and he goes the other way, saying, "No, I want to go there and get some loot." I'm like, "Are you fucking dumb? Like just follow me, right?" I get killed if I go that way. I'm like, "No, like there's no one here." And he kept insisting, and I was just telling him, "Dude, I'm right here and no one's here." And we had like a bit of an argument there. But yeah, like I should have, obviously it's a game. I should have kept my cool and.
Yeah, that's why.
Shavi, just give us a serious conversation, dude.
I actually have no idea how to untangle that particular situation for you, bro. Okay. I'm actually gonna throw this to my partner. Okay. So they were playing, him and his friend. They were playing a game.
Okay.
I'll put you on this game.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Go ahead.
Okay. So they were playing a game, and then so there was this particular incident point where Shavi wanted him to like do what he wanted him to do, but he was like, no, I'm gonna go around, and he's like, no, come this way. Like, there's no one there, and then this bugger went and probably died. And later on they had an argument and like, you dumbass, why did you come? Like, why did you listen to me listening to Shavi? And then they had an argument. How do you untangle this?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
No, I'll just explain. I'm sorry for plugging into your bro.
No, that's entirely fine.
Perfectly fine.
So okay, I can't hear you guys, but I'm going to tell you what I think. If you look at yourself in regards to life and certain patterns, this could be one of those patterns that you always experience. Just from what I see, do you have like a problem with control, in the sense like you like to stay in control of things?
Yeah,
he has.
Okay, so there you go. So usually from what I see, let's say just in a life situation, let's say it's just a relationship, let's say you're dating somebody, this might come up in a dating situation also where you feel like you know what's best for the other person. And I think for you, the lesson could be that you could learn how to honor that person's journey, regardless of how wrong or right it could be. So these are all just patterns repeating through video games, serious relationships, death, yeah.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, totally makes sense. Like, in that instance, I was definitely in the wrong. Like, I should have kept my cool and stuff. We should have your fiance on the podcast as well. Like,
definitely, she sounds very knowledgeable.
No, because I love the spiritual stuff. Like, it's super interesting. Like, different concepts about, especially like you said, death. For example,
Yeah.
like what happens afterwards, or like
Yeah.
if you should even fear it, like it's all shit that we just don't know about, and I don't know if we ever will find out because I just
No,
can't.
see, you can't say that, bro. You will find out, or you will at least get closer to where you will get closer to it at the like when you keep looking and when you start seeking, you will get there where you are like, oh shit, because you need to seek, man. It's a daily practice. It's a daily damn practice because it's really hard for us individuals as like at this millennials at this century we are so like so many things to be distracted with unless something happens, unless things repeatedly happens where you're like damn, that's this is not life, this is life, but at the same time there are things like this that we need to face. Old age is also such thing because now I'm with my grandparents. My grandmother is 80 and grandfather is 85. Like my grandmother is now like she started to worry. She's like, I'm not worry, but she's thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then aging doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly. And I'm like, teacher me. I call her teacher me because she's a teacher. I was like, teacher me, now how do you feel? Like, do you feel 80? Like, how was it like when you were aging from maybe 50? She's like, no, I was fine. I was enjoying life. I didn't even feel the age. I was aging, and all of a sudden, like I started being sick. I got cholesterol and this and that, and and now I'm like this. And then yeah, man, it happens slowly, but yeah, it will happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That, yeah,
I guess that's what a lot of us don't realize, right? Like for us, we always think of adults as adults, and like they have like their own mindset, but really for them they're just growing up and like going through the years, and even suddenly they will realize, right, that they're like quite old, but they don't particularly feel like it because you never really lose that not that like that inner child, I guess, not in like an immature sense, but rather like
I get it.
Just you feel that humanity in you still, regardless of how old you are.
Exactly.
And I guess it's something that you don't really realize until you actually get to that age and like, oh fuck, this is what it felt like for my parents and for my grandparents at that age.
Yeah.
And
because like thinking 10 years ago or like 5 years ago, like when I think about 5 years ago, I was like working for another company, another person, and like now I'm here like, wow, damn, it's been 5 years. And like my level of maturity then and now, and the shit that I've gone through then and now, or the shit that I went through all these 5 years, I mean, it has happened fast. I mean, did you guys like do you guys feel how 2020 went just so fast? Now we are in 2021, man.
Easily.
That's like, yeah. So yeah, bro. So yeah, I've started, seeking, and yeah, like it's a daily thing now.
I think like because of when you speak about spirituality and all that stuff, like I'm guessing meditation and stuff is also big in this whole process. Because I used to do meditation those days, like especially when you're having like a hard time or something, like mentally, just take a step back and just meditate for. It doesn't even have to be a long time, like maybe like 10 minutes, like that actually helps, like the breathing process and all that stuff. And
you really get centered. You really understand yourself, your body. You can center yourself because with the hassle and the bustle, we are always like out there, just like ooh. But when something happens where your emotions are triggered, you are like, whoa, wait, my mind is going crazy, like shit, man, shit's happening, I need to meditate. But if you imagine you keep this on a daily where you set a time slot for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, even if it's like for 5 minutes, you do it like every day, man, that becomes a habit, and that will just benefit you in a massive way, because ultimately habits decides your future. I'm a firm believer in that whole aspect. I mean, that's the truth. So I'm taking, when you guys ask me like what's my goal, what's my end goal, I don't have an end goal, boys. I really don't have an end goal. I'm just more focused. Yeah, I'm just focused on the now, right now, and I'm being conscious, trying to be conscious every single fucking minute and second. You know, like even when I'm talking to you, I want to be conscious every fucking word. Like, because you know what you have right now is just right now, this moment, and like it just keeps going, and like you know, yeah. So I think like everything you do has to be done consciously, and it's a daily practice.
Yeah.
It's like live in the moment and go wherever life takes you.
Not like
That's
that.
the best way to explain.
No, Jason, no. For me, bro, I wouldn't say like I'll just go. Like I'm a flowy lad. Like I want to be flowy. I want to like take how things come onto me, like challenges, ups and downs, whatever. But I do have like a, you know, I want to do this, and like I have a plan. But mostly I'm in the now, and I would do things that will help me to get there without worrying too much about that future right now. You know,
I guess
yeah, something like that.
the ideal thing is probably like you have like this idea of your goal, but
Yeah.
as you haven't like planned out the exact path,
Exactly.
right? Like the path.
But I know a lot of individuals and then authors, like they have like, you know, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna go at it. I'm gonna do everything, you know, all of that. But there's the other side also. There are authors talking about manifestation, where you can manifest. Hey, why are you smiling, Shavi?
No, I just love this topic, dude. I just love this topic. Go ahead.
full on fitness to spirituality, manifesting and all now.
No,
Beautiful.
No, we never expected this. Is nice.
no,
Like,
I'm
you wanna see
enjoying this.
part.
I'm really fucking enjoying this.
You know, so manifesting is something Conor McGregor does. Have you guys heard of Tony Robbins?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can manifest or like affirm whatever you want into your reality. You just have to keep working for it, keep thinking, keep visualizing. You just have to, man, like have a vision board. Fuck, you want a dream car, like have that, like have a picture of it in front of you or on the ceiling, where the first thing you see when you wake up is that. So it goes into your head. It will not be like you might even be presented when you see it and when you visualize it. When you really love this, man, I fucking love this Ferrari. I just want that fucking red Ferrari. You like really put it out there to the universe. The universe will either give it to you, like not either, like, so it's more like this. Universe will provide it to you.
Provide the opportunity for you to get it, rather, right?
Yeah, so opportunity, or like you will know what to do to get it, or you know, you will go get to a place that you will end up getting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's what manifesting is. I mean, like a lot of like these popular individuals, they do it, like Conor McGregor and all these fighters. Yeah, man, like yeah, it's a mad thing. It's a known thing, huh? It's yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. Like it's like true, like belief in like your very core that you're gonna get something so much that like you're only focused on that. And I guess it's just like I'm not trying to like belittle the whole thing, but it's like hyper motivation or something like that, right? Like it's just
exactly. Actually, you're so driven to get that particular. Could be object, it could be a property or whatever, any worldly thing, or even to like, let's say a spirit, to be spiritually enlightened, or like to you know, go to higher state. When you're really focused on it, you will unknowingly do things to get there, you know, because it's a crazy body we have. We have a subconscious, we have a conscious, like we do so many things, like we have
you don't even know how all of that works, right?
Yeah, dude, like it's crazy. And then, you know, another thing that I just want to bring out is that, like, now bodybuilding, we talk science, 100%. You need science, right? Because we are like science is needed to build muscle, to work on your body composition, to lose overall body fat, to work on your fitness levels and all of that. But when it comes to other things, there are so many things like we don't know, man. Like humankind has no idea, but people are so like, I mean, there are different beliefs, but I personally believe like there's so many things. Like what are we when it comes to universe? You know, how many? Like it's crazy. Just so manifesting is another crazy thing anyone could do if you really like focus on it and you know just yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, I wish
Bro,
we could go
I
more
straight
into
up,
this. Like,
bro, I straight up love your mentality, and even just the way your fiance just like tackled, like even though it was a very direct problem, I guess, or very
Yeah.
like it's just in one plane, it was easy to handle. The way she handled it in like in 10 seconds, and she brought up the word control. It sort of just made me like realize that like no, nothing against you, Shavi, but like the way
no,
that
I know,
she
no,
just
I do have that issue. I do have that. Like, it's a known thing. Like,
no, but the way she just handled it so fast in that 10 seconds, it goes to show how much understanding yourself and focusing on your spiritual side makes you a better person as a whole, and you get to look at problems in a better angle or in a different angle that people aren't used to.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see, even your mentality, talking about drive and focus and manifesting your goals, like this year also, I tried to, do a few things that would make me a better person. Like even last year, remember, the start of the year, I tried to, make sure I read one book every month. And, that like spiraled entirely out of control. I just read, I think, 1.5 books and that was it. But this year, I started something else where I try to wake up at 5 a.m. For the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to do that, and I like the Mark Wahlberg sleep schedule also. I've been watching a lot of that. He sleeps at 8:30, wakes up at 3 something. Like I love waking up in the morning and try to create your own, like start your own day strong, hit the gym in the morning, and then start fresh. But
Yes,
straight
sir.
away love your mentality. That's like basically what I wanted to say. I just really appreciate all of this.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. Oh, so Shavi,
learned
I
a
just
lot
wanted
from
to
you,
say.
bro.
So Shavi, thanks, man. Shavi, so it's always you, bro. It's always you. Whatever. If a random guy calls you out, or I mean, say something, "Hey, Shavi, you can't or something. It's probably you. Like you probably gave out that vibe. Maybe you woke up feeling like, I'm sorry for using the C word, boy. I'm so sorry for that, but
no.
No
but
worries.
yeah. So even for me to fathom, this whole topic, for me it was nuts. Like I was like, wait, what? Like whenever I have to like give directions to like an Uber a gentleman, I'm like, I'm very straightforward with the directions, right? You see this, there's this little shop, you take a left and then you come all the way to the top. And like 5-6 times, what? Sir, so I get real agitated. And then again, my partner's like, hey, don't get agitated. It's all you. Have your calm. Don't be arrogant. Because arrogance is something that I carry in my outer shell, not within me. Within me, like is what you guys see, right? I'm a sweet bugger. Like if I see someone, I'm just sweet. But if someone treats me in a wrong way that I don't find justice, or like I don't like the way that person treated me, because I wouldn't do the same thing. If someone did that to me, I'll be arrogant automatically. But I don't need to do that, because that's his way of doing it. I need to work on my arrogance. I just have to be calm, because calm and collected. So yeah, Shavi, it's all you.
That's fair
It's
enough.
all us.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll be honest. I don't 100% agree, but
Okay.
I'd say 99% of the time, there's always something you could do better. I guess where I don't agree is like where I feel like you shouldn't be like a rug that you can be stepped on all the time. Maybe that itself is a bad mentality. Because
Can I say something for that?
Go ahead.
So you don't have to. You're not a rug, or you're not like being stepped on. That's his whatever he's doing. If something is triggered within you, then you work on yourself, right? But don't think that
you don't have to like put it out there that what you did was correct.
So if you don't agree with a certain person, you just smile and walk. Okay, just smile and walk, because you look into yourself and you're like, okay, this bugger said this. Do you think it's really true? And you really ponder. You really try to argue within you. And then if you don't agree, and if that, then you say it out loud, and he's like, no, are you mad? This is what it is. Okay, fine. Well, you have your own thinking process, because we don't know the things that individual has gone through. Because what I go through on a daily basis, all the shit that I've gone through, all the ups and downs, you haven't gone through the same thing. You have gone through on a different journey. So we, like, everyone is on a little earth plane. You know, we are just here. We are just enjoying being humans and just life.
Doing our own shit and like. Man, I feel like we should have like a second episode like based just on
a sequel, bro.
Yeah, like no,
Easily,
straight up, like I said, not a fitness person, but like the whole spiritual part, I can go on and on for that.
Amazing.
And yeah, like
No, you're a very easy person to talk to, bro.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you know, it really helped us. Like, we're also really new with this, so you know, you really made us more comfortable than we did to you, I guess. You know, so that's also something we appreciate, and we learned a lot from you during this episode. Like, regardless of the fitness side, you know, we love that part of it. Like, I love that part of it. Okay, I really did. But once we got to the spiritual side, I realized, you know, a lot of things that we can control ourselves and to control our own energy.
Yeah.
And you know, learning all of that from you, and if Yohan, you know, we'd love to have her.
Definitely,
But
sir.
you know,
For sure.
but I think we'll have to end this one as it is. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for coming on. You know, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This still feels like a dream, you know, having you on our podcast is unreal, bro. So we
Hey,
really
bro,
appreciate
please.
that.
Yeah, man, I'm just someone. I'm just this dude who lives
Nah,
and trying
you're
to.
definitely someone, yeah, for sure. Like you,
Definitely, bro, definitely.
you're not
Hey,
just
Shavi,
anyone,
I'm sorry,
dude. You
man.
are someone.
To be honest, like after I said the C word, I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know whether you treat me personally. I'm
No,
really
bro,
sorry.
that's,
I just want to make an example out of it. I'm so sorry if I came harsh, bro.
No. Straight, like I get it. It's an example. I'm not. I might appear soft, but I'm not. But no, like don't worry about it. It's totally cool.
Jason,
But yeah,
really nice seeing you, Masani. It's really nice meeting you. Though you didn't speak much, you were just nice listening and smiling, no?
I like to think about this stuff to myself. Dude, it brings me more entertainment, like thinking about it myself. Maybe I should be make it more verbally, like sound or something. But yeah, enjoy.
You should watch Jason's facial reactions. That's the important thing. You'll see him visually thinking. Like you'll see his.
You'll see it, bro. You'll see it. But dude, we really enjoyed this episode. I think every single one of us enjoyed this episode. You know, thank you again. Really appreciate it. And you know, if you guys don't know who Yohan Seth is, and that's, you know, it's not even possible if you don't know who he is, we'll drop his link in the description, his YouTube channel, his Instagram page. Everything will be in the description. And you know, that's the end of another episode. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button, subscribe to us if you're new, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, boys. See you. God bless. Cheers.
I'm losing time again, trying to figure out